problem, but the restriction with this and what I try and preach is that you have to be a little bit practical. It's only going to work with people who have this technology enabled on their phone, who are into the idea of being communicated with by your brand, and who happen to be in the store right then. So you're going to, you've got to reach your 5 or something. It's something that's very, very exciting and very cool and very trendy, but you need to be a little bit aware of the actual money-making potential. At the moment, it's more of a story potential, I think. It will definitely grow, but at any one given time, you're not going to be reaching hundreds and thousands of people. So if we try and put that all together on a kind of a little chart, we can see you start at the top, you've got a high reach and not particularly great accuracy or granularity. And as you go down this chart, it's a little bit misleading because the top 2 are a lot larger than the others. Right? But as you go down the chart, obviously, you get more accurate and you get less reach. It's a fairly simple trade-off. Or if we put it another way, combining the technologies is as you follow, if you like, or as you accompany your target audience along the way from not knowing who they are to knowing who they are and actually getting direct one-to-one communication with them, then you can go through these technologies depending on what your business is and what suits you to sort of trace this path from don't know who you are to I know who you are and you can communicate directly with me. So just looking at a couple of statistics from a survey that was done by the German Research Institute GfK earlier this year, but done in the States. They did some interviews with 1,000 people, and generally people tend to have a fairly optimistic and positive attitude towards personalized ads, and realizing that ads are funding the content that they're actually wanting to look at. So advertising that is tailored to my needs is helpful because I can find right products and services more quickly. You've got quite a lot of people, from the left to the right here, these are different age groups, just to make that clear. I've not put that in here, but so you have the green one here are the people who agree with that statement. So you're sort of half and half, but more or less positive. The baby boomers and the pre-boomers are the older generations here on the right. So you're getting younger as you go to the left. Right, so it makes sense? So you've got fairly positive attitude towards personalized advertising. But the next interesting one, I don't really trust the advertisers with my data, is much more prevalent than I do trust them with my data. So that trust is something that's got to be earned. And my way of thinking, if you can start off with something more relevant and gradually and build up trust with the communication with your target audience, and gradually get user permission to be more and more individual with them, then you'll earn that trust and you'll make more money at the end of the day. So to sum up, if you want a user-oriented strategy, you're going to try and accompany hold the user's hand from the very first step right through to getting their permission to use their tracking technology on their telephone. And at each step you need to think to yourself, do I need this level of granularity or don't I? Do I really need to be this targeted or do I really want to reach more people? Can I get an opt-in? Is it going to be realistic? Can I try and give the user some reason to opt in? Because otherwise they're not necessarily going to want to give me their data because they don't trust me so much yet. And can I live with a slower response for certain technologies? It's an important one. And as I said all along, combine these technologies in order to maximize both your reach and the efficiency of what you're doing. And that's the end of my talk.
Thanks a lot, Kate. I think we have time for a question if we have one. Do you have any questions for Kate? It was totally clear.
Maybe you could say
we have one over there.
Can you tell us what you do for your customers? How do you solve this challenge, all these technologies?
Maybe can I borrow one?
Yeah, sure.
In fact, we're just specialized in the one in the IP geolocation. So that's all we do. But because we're in this position, we sort of see what our customers are looking at in terms of other technologies. So the way we solve it is we provide them a database to look up the IP address and return a location, but without getting personal.
More questions? Okay, let's continue. Thanks a lot again.
Pleasure.